Be yourself, everyone else is already taken. So many books, so little time. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. You know you're in love when you can't fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams. You only live once, but if you work it right, once is enough. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. In 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. If you want to know what a man's like, take a good look at how he treats his inferiors, not his equals. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. A friend is someone who knows all about you and still loves you. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all. Always forgive your enemies, nothing annoys them so much. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. Live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever. We accept the love we think we deserve. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not. 20 years from now you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. It is our choices, Harry, that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. Imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. There are only 2 ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Fairy tales are more than true, not because they tell us that dragons exist, but because they tell us that dragons can be beaten. The fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool. It is better to remain silent at the risk of being thought a fool than to talk and remove all doubt of it. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. Life is what happens to us while we are making other plans. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift of God, which is why we call it the present. I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. A woman is like a tea bag. You never know how strong it is until it's in hot water. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. Lack of direction not lack of time, is the problem. We all have 24-hour days. Success is never final, failure is never fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. The only way of discovering the limits of the possible is to venture a little way past them into the impossible. The only man who never makes a mistake is the man who never does anything. It is never too late to be what you might have been. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Opportunity is often missed because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. The most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. If you always do what you've always done, you always get what you've always gotten. It is your decisions, and not your conditions, that determine your destiny. Never say never, because limits, like fears, are often just an illusion. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.